Gaffer, we'll start with your thoughts on today's game. Where do you feel that was won and lost?
In both 18-yard boxes, they took their chances, we didn't. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, was that the difference really, how clinical they were? You certainly must be pleased with how much we created today.
Oh yeah, another day, it's a completely different scoreline, but fair play to them. They deserve to win because they stuck their chances away, and unfortunately we didn't. We had plenty of chances, as you said. They're going to have more possession than any team in the league. That's their style of play. But it is about creating and scoring goals, and that's what we have been doing recently, but we created, but we didn't score today.
Josh March and Tom Curzon's looked a real handful up front for the majority of the game. How pleased were you with the way those two worked together and created the chances that you mentioned?
Yeah, it has to be said, the one goal that we did score, let's not forget about, because Muller's was a brilliant, memorable goal. Great movement across the line, great pick out by Belly, but the front two, I thought, just caused them all kinds of problems. Tom Curzon affected the first ball, big, strong, quick. Unfortunate not to score himself, and March, he's playing ever so well.
You mentioned Muldoon, he was given a sponsors man of the match as well. Perhaps unfortunate not to have a second goal, and that would have set up a bit of a grandstand finish late on. And the form we've been at home, you'd back us to go on and get something if that goal had stood.
I think so. The timing of their third goal was unfortunate for us, but bang on for them, because then I think if it was just one goal in it, as you're coming into the last 15, they had to come a little bit more tense because of their situation in the league and their need for the 3 points. And we can take a bit of a chance, but you could see that if you didn't press at the right time, because we were so eager to get that second goal that might lead to a third, that we left then gaps and they exploited them, and they're a good team.
So that's everything today on the pitch. It was all about one man really today, and Josh Falkingham. Probably a difficult question, but can you put into words just how much of an impact he's had on yourself and on this club over the years?
Well, we just had a moment there, before the guard of honour from all the members of staff and players, and when he came back onto the pitch, and I was nipped back into the changing room when he sat on his own, and we had a bit of an embrace, and I said, right, it just feels like, there's a bit more to it than relationship that you quite often get. It feels like family, and just because of his passion, the shared passion we have, to drive the club on, and it's just been amazing. So many memorable moments, and his drive, leadership qualities, and his inspirational figure is there for everyone to see.
We also had our end of season awards after the game today, and another player of that calibre, legendary status, Warren Burrell. He was named Manager's Player of the Year. Can you explain a little bit about that choice?
Well, when I think back to troubled times that the club's had, and I think December when we lost 6 out of 7, we were right in the thick of that, and it was slippery slope to the National League. And when I think of one performance like at Barrow and then the Leeds, where not just him, but he grabbed hold of the captaincy at that point and stopped us slipping further, and it takes, that's when character comes out, when you're up against it, and who's in the trenches with you. And I thought his performances, dragged others with him, and so I thought it was important that we had a special award for him today.
And just finally, it was another sellout today. We matched our record ever attendance here at the Exercise Stadium. You've had the chance to go around and sign a few autographs after the game. That must fill you with real belief going into next season that we're getting these type of numbers now.
Yeah, it's another big one for us, considering where we come from. When you're no longer amazed at the fact that we're over 4,000, it's more of a regular occurrence. It just shows how far, we are progressing. And first half of the season was painful, but the fact that we fought back so gallantly and in style, really, that just gives us belief, and the reception of the fans gives us all a bigger self-esteem, better self-esteem, and we move into next season with renewed confidence, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.